Have you ever tasted a dish without salt? That bland, lifeless flavor lingers in your memory, outlasting countless delicious meals you've long forgotten. Salt, often overlooked as a simple seasoning on the table, is a strategic resource that has shaped commerce, industry, and human history. For centuries, it has been the quiet heartbeat behind a global food economy worth hundreds of billions of dollars, a catalyst for civilization and survival. But how do we harvest over 100 million tons of sea salt each year and transform it into an indispensable part of modern life? The journey begins in vast, dazzling white salt flats stretching to the horizon, where nature and cutting-edge technology work in perfect harmony. Join Radiant Farming as we explore the shimmering world of sea salt, where every tiny crystal carries the weight of history, science, and the power to sustain life. Salt is more than a seasoning. It has served as currency, a strategic weapon, and a cultural symbol. In ancient Rome, soldiers were paid in salt, giving rise to the word salary. Legendary salt routes connected civilizations from the Sahara Desert to the Himalayas, driving trade and cultural exchange. Today, salt fuels a billion-dollar industry, touching everything from your kitchen table to industrial production lines for lithium batteries, pharmaceuticals, and chemicals. China is currently the world's largest salt producer, with an annual output of around 60 million tons, including sea salt, rock salt, and lake salt. The United States ranks second with about 42 million tons, known for its advanced extraction technology and high level of automation. However, the majority of salt production in both countries comes from rock salt and solution mining, not sea salt. Sea salt, formed when seawater evaporates naturally under the sun, accounts for approximately 30 to 35% of global salt production. It is easiest to produce in coastal regions with hot, sunny climates and strong winds, such as India, Mexico, Australia, and parts of China. The sparkling crystals that form through this process not only reflect the beauty of nature, but also embody the timeless essence of the sea. So, how does salt, from humble drops of seawater, become the white gold that nourishes humanity? The journey starts at coastal salt fields, where sunlight, wind, and human hands work in unison. In December, when dry, sunny weather and low rainfall create ideal conditions, salt farms kick off a new production season. Farmers meticulously restore the field system, dredging storage ponds, concentration ponds, and crystallization beds, reinforcing them with sturdy dikes. Pond bottoms are paved with black cement or compacted clay to prevent leaks and optimize heat absorption, speeding up evaporation. A standard salt field system consists of 3 main zones. Settling pond, clean seawater, removing sand, algae, and plankton. Concentration. Pond increases seawater salinity from 3 to 5% to 20 to 25%. Crystallization. Bed, where bright white salt crystals form under coastal sun and wind. Seawater is channeled into the settling pond through shallow canals or pipelines connected to the ocean, with each pond holding up to 500,000 liters. Timing is critical. Water must be drawn at high tide for optimal salinity. A delay of just a few hours can disrupt the entire crystallization process. The water is held for 1 to 3 days to let impurities settle, producing clean brine for the next stage. In the concentration pond, seawater evaporates under sunlight and wind, boosting salinity to the ideal 24 to 26%. Farmers use salinity meters to ensure precision, as even a slight deviation can affect salt quality. Once saturated, the brine is transferred to crystallization beds, where water depth is kept at just 3 to 5 centimeters to maximize evaporation. After 2 to 5 days, sodium chloride crystals form from the bottom up, creating thin, shimmering sheets that are easy to harvest. Fascinatingly, salt crystals don't form as individual grains, but as delicate sheets that peel away like a crust. In small-scale production areas with uneven terrain or soft soil, farmers rely on traditional tools like bamboo rakes, aluminum shovels, and hand-pulled carts. This work demands endurance and precision under scorching sunlight, with the reflective salt surface amplifying heat, creating a harsh environment. Despite the grueling labor, salt farming remains a source of pride for coastal communities, deeply tied to centuries-old traditions. In large-scale salt fields, technology has revolutionized the process. Self-propelled salt harvesters, equipped with front blades and conveyor systems, integrate scraping, collecting, and storing into a seamless operation. The blade pushes crystallized salt to the center, where an auger conveyor lifts it into a rear storage compartment holding several tons. These machines are widely used in the United States, Australia, and the Middle East, where efficiency and automation are paramount. After harvesting, salt is transported to storage areas, piled into glistening salt mountains to dry naturally. Massive salt depots, like Europe's largest, with a 300,000-ton capacity across 7.3 hectares, serve as global distribution hubs, ensuring salt reaches consumers worldwide. Raw salt from the fields contains impurities like sand, soil, and seashells. At processing facilities, it's dumped into receiving hoppers, conveyed for inspection, and cleaned of debris. A rotating crusher breaks up large clumps, ensuring uniform grain size. This raw salt is then packaged for uses like food preservation, water treatment, or industrial applications such as de-icing roads. At refining plants, raw salt undergoes a more complex process. It's washed in multi-stage tanks with fresh water to remove sand, silt, and microorganisms. Advanced systems use vibrating screens and centrifuges for efficient impurity removal. The salt is then dissolved in hot water to form a saturated brine, filtered through pressure filters, sand filters, or activated carbon to eliminate calcium, magnesium, and heavy metals. The clean brine is fed into vacuum crystallization systems, where controlled temperature and pressure cause salt to recrystallize into fine, uniform granules. Wet crystals are centrifuged to remove excess moisture, then dried in hot air chambers using fluidized bed or belt dryers to prevent clumping. The dried salt is ground and sorted into various sizes: fine, powdered, table, or industrial, using grinders and screens for consistent quality. The refined salt is then packed into 500 grams or 1 kilogram consumer bags, or 25 to 50 kilograms industrial sacks. Each batch undergoes rigorous quality checks for moisture, purity, and iodine levels, ensuring it meets strict standards before distribution. From shimmering salt flats to high-tech factories, salt is more than a crystal. It's a bridge between nature, humanity, and civilization. Its journey showcases human ingenuity and resilience in harnessing resources to sustain life. Are you captivated by the story of salt? Drop a comment to share your thoughts. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to catch more fascinating agriculture and science videos from Radiant Farming. Check out our other videos to dive deeper into how the food on your table is made. Share this video to spread the incredible story of salt to everyone.
From the vast fields of Idaho, Washington, Wisconsin, North Dakota, and Oregon, where millions of tons of high-quality potatoes are produced each year to meet domestic and international demand. One of the most important agricultural industries in the United States is potato farming and harvesting. Potatoes may seem humble and simple on the outside, but they hold immense value. Each potato is not just a gift from nature, but also the result of relentless human effort. In 2023, the United States cultivated potatoes on approximately 1 million acres, yielding around 42 million tons. Globally, potato production reached 359 million tons across 49 million acres. Forecasts predict that demand for potatoes will continue to surge, with global production potentially hitting 500 million tons by 2025 and climbing to 750 million tons by 2030. This presents a tremendous opportunity, but also poses significant challenges for farmers in improving varieties, boosting yields, and expanding cultivated land. Welcome to Radiant Farming, where we'll dive into the journey of growing, harvesting, and processing top-quality potatoes in the U.S. Did you know that we Americans eat more potatoes than any other vegetable? Potatoes aren't just a daily staple, they're a symbol of resilience and innovation in agriculture. The potato industry not only drives the economy, but also delivers profound nutritional and cultural value to communities. It all starts with the soil. For a bountiful harvest, the soil must be loosened, cleared of rocks, and adjusted to a pH of 5.5 to 6.5. Farmers create raised beds 8 to 12 inches high and spaced 24 to 31 inches apart to ensure proper drainage and support healthy tuber development. In spring, seed potatoes are planted. Each seed potato has several sprout eyes. Farmers cut the potatoes into pieces, with each piece containing 2 to 3 sprout eyes, from which the young plants will grow. Most of the potatoes are treated before planting. Potatoes grow underground, but they're not roots, they're tubers. Roots absorb nutrients from the soil. Tubers store those nutrients. That's why potatoes are plump and starchy. A layer of soil cover retains moisture, shields seed tubers from sunlight, and encourages deep root growth, laying a strong foundation for the potato plants from day one. Today, modern potato planters have revolutionized the process, automating seeding, fertilizing, and bed formation to save time and effort. These machines ensure precision across various soil types, enhancing both yield and quality. Potatoes need ample water, especially as tubers begin to form, but overwatering must be avoided to prevent rot and quality loss. Soon, tiny sprouts emerge, reaching for the sun. Then green leaves appear above ground, signaling that the potatoes below are thriving. After 8 to 12 weeks, the plants bloom, a natural sign that the tubers are well developed and nearing harvest readiness. Farmers also monitor the beds, adding soil if needed. Tubers too close to the surface during dry spells risk exposure as the soil cracks, turning them green and bitter under sunlight. Sunlight triggers the buildup of solanine, a chemical that can be deadly in large enough doses. So, if you spot green patches on a potato, even if it's sprouting, where solanine peaks at the sprout bases, just cut them away, and you'll be fine. But farmers must stay vigilant against two enemies, a fungus called late blight, which caused the devastating Irish famine in the 1800s, and the tiny leaf-feeding Colorado potato beetle. Left unchecked, these pests can destroy an entire crop in days. When the leaves turn brown and the potato skins thicken, it's harvest time. To prepare, farmers trim the potato vines. After cutting the stems and leaves, the tubers rest in the soil for a few more days. This toughens the skins, making them easier to harvest without damage and improving storage life. As harvest season arrives, fields buzz with the sound of machinery and the sight of harvesters gliding through rows. These machines gently dig and collect tubers, moving steadily to unearth fresh potatoes. Workers follow skillfully, inspecting and sorting potatoes on the spot in a lively, spirited atmosphere. The sight of neatly gathered potato rows paints a picture of abundance, bringing joy and high hopes for a productive yield. Potato harvesters are specialized machines that automate the process, ensuring efficiency and minimizing labor. Some feature digging systems reaching 10 to 12 inches deep, 60-inch wide conveyors to transport potatoes, and screening systems to remove soil, rocks, and debris. Capable of harvesting up to 2.47 acres per hour, they're ideal for large-scale farms. Post-harvest, potatoes aren't used immediately, they're stored for at least 2 weeks. Kept in cold warehouses with specialized ventilation, they're maintained at optimal temperature and humidity. Proper storage preserves quality for months, even up to a year, before they're sent to processing plants or supermarkets. After storage, potatoes are taken to processing plants. At processing facilities, potatoes undergo rigorous inspection to remove damaged, diseased, or substandard tubers. Those that pass are sorted by size, weight, and color. This automated grading ensures potatoes meet strict standards for processing or export, upholding quality throughout the agricultural supply chain. Finally, they're packaged into branded bags, ready for sale. But over half the potatoes Americans eat are processed, sliced into chips, cut into fries, or mashed into creamy goodness. Now, the part many of you have been waiting for: how those crispy potato chips are made. Ever wondered how this snack comes to life? First, potatoes are carefully selected, washed, and peeled by automated machines. These modern washers, with stainless steel tanks, rotating brushes, and high-pressure water jets, efficiently remove dirt and thin peels. After washing and peeling, potatoes are sliced into desired shapes or thin rounds about 20 slices per inch, each just 50,000ths of an inch thick. The slices are soaked in an antioxidant solution to remove excess starch, ensuring a golden color and perfect crispness when fried. Next, the slices are dried and fried in vegetable oil at 370 degrees Fahrenheit for about 2 minutes, achieving that ideal flavor and texture. After draining, they're scanned for dark spots and perfect chips are blown away with a precise air jet. Finally, they're seasoned, packed with a touch of nitrogen to remove oxygen, and sealed to stay crisp and flavorful, ready for you to enjoy. Can you imagine a machine handling 40 tons of potatoes in mere hours? From a tiny tuber underground, potatoes take a long journey to our tables, a testament to farmers' hard work, meticulous storage, and cutting-edge processing tech. Next time you savor a bag of chips or a plate of fries, remember the story behind the fascinating journey from field to fork. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, hit like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss our next exciting video. See you soon.